Hello, hello. Thank you for being here with me. The following is an example of the key learnings that I package for members each weekday from my study of a book a week. Today is my final day externalizing study from book 59, Tom Bunn's Panic Free, the 10-day program to end panic, anxiety, and claustrophobia. Stress hormones can be released when we notice a change in our environment and we're not yet sure what it's all about. They can also be released due to a distressing thought in our imagination. Although it can seem counterintuitive to become more aware of distressing thoughts, it is incredibly helpful to gain an understanding of how our imagination interacts with our physiology. It opens us to the capacity to make note of what distressing signals, what stress hormones in our system are being prompted by imagination versus a real change in our environment that we ought to attend to. In doing that, we strengthen our reflective functioning, strengthen our neurological capacity to change direction from alarm, anxiety, and sometimes panic to relief, calm, and an understanding of safety in our environment when we are indeed safe. And the more we do this work, the more we recognize how often the triggering of stress hormones is impacting our day, and the more we can open moments of peace of mind throughout our days. Without further ado, I'll move on toward the vocal readings. Enjoy. Page 148. Perception can release stress hormones before we are consciously aware of a threat. With imagination, stress hormones are released after awareness. If you feel a jolt of stress hormones before knowing why, you're dealing with perception. If you feel it after a disturbing thought, you're dealing with imagination. Feelings caused by thinking are evidence not of what is in the real world around you, but only of what is in your mind. Before accepting that feeling is believing, look for substantial evidence. The following visualization can help you develop this ability. Think of your amygdala as having a front door and a back door. Since the amygdala sits behind the eyes, you can think of information from the eyes as entering the amygdala through the front door. By contrast, imagination formed in the mind's eye enters the amygdala through the back door. As you go through your day, look inward now and then. Ask yourself, what is in your mind? Did it come in the front door from what you see, or did it come in from the back door, from your imagination? In an effort to enhance our inspiration and interest in what we're learning today from Tom Bunn, I'm looping in a passage from book 32 in my book week series, Adyashanti's Falling into Grace. The following is a reading from pages 116 through 117. Once you begin to get a feeling for the many ways our thoughts and stories keep us in suffering, you've actually started to tap into something that has a much greater significance. It's something you can use to widen your view of life. Any way that we make a construct out of life, any way that we come to conclusions in our mind about what is, or what was, or what will be, we are narrowing our experience of life. They are all ways in which we argue with what is. Anytime you argue with what was, what is, or what will be, you limit your ability to experience the vastness of who you are. There's no way around it. It doesn't matter what happened, or how cruel someone was, or how unfair something was. It may have been all of those things, and the pain may be very deep and real. But when we have a mental resistance, when we say something should or should not have happened, we're arguing with what did happen or what is happening. When we argue with life, we lose every single time, and suffering wins. To view the additional 4 days of externalizing study from Tom Bunn's Panic Free, and listen to the guided meditations informed by this study. Visit biocadence.org and become a member. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you next week.